Okay, it's been a long time since I updated you guys, so here is my 20-gallon long. It's probably about 6 months established now, maybe a little longer. Recently we had a severe salinity spike because of a broken hydrometer, so I had a bit of a setback, but fortunately the local fish store, Puppy Center, for anyone that's familiar with the Connecticut area, I got myself a nice refractometer, and instantly bringing the salinity down over a week has definitely changed the look of the tank. So let's give you an update. Because of the salinity spike, I did lose quite a few fish, unfortunately. The clown pair is now down to the male. We had 2 other firefish. They went, I'm trying to think of what else we had. The tang we got rid of because obviously didn't want to keep it long term. And the flameback angel we did lose, so we ended up getting this guy for 20 bucks. A nice pygmy angel, can't go wrong. And we do have a 6-line wrasse, that was 25. And then we got ourselves an Ore spotted mandarin, so he's been pretty cool to watch. But let's go back to the cool stuff besides the fish, and we'll take a look at the coral. This here is an Aussie frog spawn. This guy is doing awesome. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the camera really can get the true like maroon and purple tipped colors. I apologize for that. And then the original frog spawn piece that we had, that was 4 heads. A while back we had a problem where every head pretty much I thought was going to die, but I kept it in the tank hoping that, you know, things would rebound a little better, and I'm glad I did. This guy is doing awesome. Underneath that head there, I don't know if you can actually see it, the smaller one, it's starting to sprout another one, so that's great. I'm very happy, very pleased. We have gotten into the Yuma, mushroom Yumas idea, and they look pretty amazing. This rock here is like an orange and blue. It's gorgeous, really. And then we also have a green and like red / purple pink colony there. It's pretty crazy. These guys are awesome. Then we'll go into our little zoanthid paleothoa garden area here. We got a beautiful green colony. I think there's a Laptasia there. I'm not entirely sure, so might have to invest in a peppermint shrimp to be quite honest, but that paleothoa is huge. It looks awesome. This rock, we had a severe die-off. I also thought I was going to lose that during the salinity spike, but it's coming back. The mohawks are actually opening and rebounding. I mean, this rock was fully covered before, but you know, like I said, we took a severe loss and a pretty big beating, but things are coming back and they're looking great. I don't actually know the name of those 2 paleothoas, but they're pretty cool. The orange one has a blue center, but the light is really reflecting in this this video, so I apologize for that. Those paleothoas are huge, and I'm trying to get a good angle for you where you can actually see, like, there's a pink line in the middle and a purple center. I don't know, the light's a little too much. If you guys remember my magicians, that frag piece is what's left. I've been doing iodine dips to save it. Like I said, that salinity dip really hurt. Sometimes the one on the far right opens up, so hopefully, you know, I didn't lose the whole thing, but we'll see what happens. We got some red zoos there, some more mohawks on that. That frag only had 2 heads, and I'm up to like 5 or 6 now that are sprouting, so that's awesome. We've got yellow polyps back there. They're doing extremely well. And then on this side here you can see a little damsel we have. Some really cool pink with yellow rimmed zoanthids, and then some blues. And then we got some white xenia. They're doing really well. I did throw in some food a couple minutes ago, so they're a little closed up. That bush there is an amazing piece. It came with the tank originally when we first bought everything. It was just a small live rock piece covered in purple coralline algae and some purpley, pretty crazy stuff. And they have grown into an amazing piece of coral. I know it's definitely some sort of Xenia. What type, I have no clue. One other cool aspect of it is there's some really interesting macroalgae growing in the back, and it looks like a fern. It's really cool. I'm quite happy with the results of this this actual piece here, especially since we didn't pay anything for it. It was $10 for the entire rock, and I mean, look what happens, you know. Not even $10, it was like half a pound of live rock. And then my very, very, very happy and extremely large leather. The current seems to be furling him up, and he's been closed up here and there. Every time he does that, he seems to double in size, and he's starting to open, and he looks gigantic. He's really happy here. We got a cleaner shrimp there. Some more Xenia that's really taken to this rock, really doing well. You got the firefish doing a little dance for us. And then we've got this, I believe it's an Oregon pipe coral. He's doing awesome, growing a lot more little polyps there. We recently fragged out this Colt guy. He was just too big for the tank. And he's doing well. He originally hated the current, but he seems to be adapting to it quite well. The Gorgonian there is doing exceptionally well. It was originally 2 heads. The large bush to the right between that like yellowy sponge there, and then the very large bush to the left. But it's actually taken to the rock itself, and that's pretty cool. We've got this really large zoanthid colony. You know, it looked a lot better in the store. It's pretty gray in our tank. I guess the lighting, you know, really plays a factor, but they're doing well. We also have the feather duster there, and that seems to be quite happy with things. And then this little leather, you know, it's always been, you know, quite the interesting piece. Sometimes he'll extend his polyps and it'll look like a giant cactus, and then other times he closes up. Like I said, with feeding, hasn't been too happy lately, especially with the salinity spike, but you know, some promise coming back. This rock we bought from a store that was closing in Connecticut. I think we got it for like $10. It's got a bunch of purple people eaters, red people eaters, but you know, once again, the salinity spike didn't seem to treat it too well, and ever since leaving the store, you know, it just hasn't really been opening. Been doing the iodine and Revive X dips, and we're trying to get something out of it, but we'll see what happens. Some promise, but you know, every tank there's a story of, you know, some issues, and that's what happens. Let's see, what else can I show you guys? In here, there's actually a good question, is my bubble. Ever since we got it, he has been pretty retracted, or just showing his tentacles like he's hungry. I've been moving him around, letting him sit for a week and a half, moving him around, sit for a week and a half, and he just does not seem to want to show his bubbles. As you can see, the rash just kind of startled him. He looks healthy. I've been spot feeding him some mysid shrimp. Perhaps that's why he's not really extending as much as I'd like him to. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know what you think about the bubble. This is his most recent spawn. I moved him like 3 days ago, and he seems to be putting out his feeder tentacles a lot more than anywhere else. So we'll see what happens, really. And yeah, I guess that is about it, guys. There's a 20-gallon tank. Like I said, everything looks really good now. Rebounding quite well, and I'm definitely quite pleased with that. So let me know what you guys think.